the unattainable 710 now. So a lot of us have Yaesus. In fact, I have about 3 Yaesus because of just how easy they're able to get. So I have an FTM 200 in my truck, and that's what I've used for all of my events that I've been helping with. So I will show screenshots of basically the settings of my Yaesu, and hopefully that will help out anybody else that has a Yaesu in getting that set up. So the first thing will be your call sign. You can see this is the current setting of my call sign is my mobile call sign on that. For the Yaesu 200, it's option 90, and then you can just change it. Like Tyler said, please use your tactical call sign and don't use the -9 or the -7 in that setting. But that's where you go to change that call sign. You have another place in the Yaesu, you have another place where the call sign is asked for, but it's not transmitting on APRS. It's just I think it's more for the System Fusion, the WiresX stuff. So this is specifically for the APRS event. Then because you have to state your real call sign, you want to do your beacon status text, just like in the 710. And you have this text rate at 1 to 2, but that means that it'll go every other time? Okay. I put this one at a 1 to 1, so anytime I beacon, it'll say KK7CDD, and I usually say load adjust support. And then like the 710, you need to make sure you select which one you're sending out, because if you look at the screen sign there, text 2 has nothing. So if I set it on text 2, it'll just transmit nothing basically. But if I have it on text 1, it'll share my tactical or my standard call sign for that. Okay. And then there in the Yaesu, you have the option of doing a couple of options of how long you're transmitting. You can do auto, and if you do auto, it'll just say, I want to send it every 2 minutes. And it'll just go every 2 minutes, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, it'll just go every 2 minutes. So you can see it right there. And the other option is the smart beaconing, just like the 710. And you can set up those settings in another setting option in the Yaesu. Okay. So if you go to 82, you can set the auto setup. And if you want just the auto, turn that on in the interval at 2 minutes. And like clockwork, every 2 minutes, your radio is going to ping out and say, this is my APRS location, and everything's set up there. Okay. For smart beaconing, there's a couple of different things. And most of these are the standard in this setup. The 3 minutes or the 3 miles per hour at low speed, high speed is 70. And I put my slow rate at 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes is a good time frame. Because I'm at 2 minutes, my fast rate should be a little bit slow, a little bit faster than 120 seconds. And so I put mine you can put it at 30 or 60 seconds, and that'd be just fine. So, but everything else is standard in the radio setup for getting that up and going. Okay. And then a couple options. I turn on APRS mute because during an event, if you don't, you'll be hearing APRS noise the entire time in your radio. So that just allows me to hear something on the other channel that this radio has. And so I can actually, function while driving and trying to focus on racers and not the APRS stuff. So when we're driving, I don't look at the radio. I have this one radio set up for APRS, and one of the other stations that I'm listening to, usually it's the repeater stations. And then I have another radio in the truck that's handling the car to car and you know, some of the other things. So, and if you're driving, that's way too much to focus on. And so I just turn up the mute on for that setting. And then, you can have the pop-up show up. I think this is pretty basic settings for everything like that as well. So, I think that is everything. Does anybody have any questions for me?